Hi, this is Steve the Cloudist. I'm here with Rand Wacker, VP of Products of CloudPassage. Hi Rand, how you doing?
Good, Steve, how are you?
Why don't you tell us a little bit about the value proposition of CloudPassage, what it is you make, who you offer it to, and what problems you solve for them?
Sure. So we provide security for servers running in public clouds like EC2 or Rackspace, where people are usually looking for some of the security functionality they'd expect in their data centers. And when they move into the public cloud, they find that they're missing firewalls and access controls and all those kinds of things. And we provide that, as well as providing many of the host-based security needs that people are looking for intrusion detection and server account management, which is a real challenge to do in the cloud when you take into consideration the elasticity and the scaling issues that people very often are not accustomed to in a normal traditional data center.
So how do people access your product and where does it fit into the infrastructure?
Right. So we have a very small daemon that goes onto your hosts, your virtual hosts. It's actually host-based security. And from there, we take all that information and we process it in what we call our grid. Our Halo is the name of the overall product. And there's a portal that people can access for doing all their policy configuration, reporting, monitoring, as well as a full API. So those pieces together, the daemon, the grid, and then the portal, or really make the whole Halo offer together.
So I think what would be on a lot of people's minds is what would this do for them that they can't do today?
Right. So, in many times when people are putting new servers into a public cloud provider, they're completely on their own for security. In fact, all of the terms of service for Amazon and everyone else makes it very, very clear that you're responsible for all of your own security pieces. And for most people, that's relatively new because if they've been operating in a private data center, they would usually have firewalls and other systems in place which are managed by a separate security team. But when you go into the public cloud, it's really all up to you. And in many cases, a lot of people find that a little complex. And so our solution drops onto their machine, provides really all the functionality they need across many different kinds of security functions, and wraps it up in a simple package that can be used either by the developers and the operators or by the security team independently.
Hey, could you give an example of how some of your customers are actually using this?
Sure. So one of our biggest customers is Foursquare. And Foursquare exemplifies the need for cloud computing and the elasticity, where on the weekends their servers scale from just a few hundred into the thousands. And the challenge for Foursquare is really that they didn't want to deal with all the security pieces or roll some of those things their own. And furthermore, they did not have all of the capabilities they needed in order to solve some of the core security problems they had. So they came to us, they installed our daemon on their servers, got everything up and running, and they've been actually a big customer of ours for quite some time now.
That's great. In closing, why don't you tell us a little bit about your future vision for CloudPassage?
Sure. So really, CloudPassage is really focused on solving many kinds of security problems and compliance problems for people in the cloud. And so I view it very much as a platform for security. And there's many other aspects of security that people are looking for that many of the traditional vendors can't really solve because of these elasticity problems. So we're really focusing on fleshing out those use cases for compliance, for further security pieces, as well as helping people secure not just their public cloud services, but also, for example, if they're doing hybrid cloud or even private cloud solutions. That's another area where our technology works and brings that functionality into those new types of environments that IT is running, which are more elastic and scalable than your traditional servers in a rack.